Hello beautiful people, today is 7th of October, my name is Sahil and welcome to the newspaper analysis. Now guys, first of all, let's have a look on today's GS Fodder. So today we'll see a quote from the intellectual polymath Rabindranath Tagore. So the Tagore says, I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was a service. I acted and behold, service was joy. So, guys, here Rabindranath Tagore wanted to say that when I was ignorant, when I didn't had the true knowledge, I thought that life is a joy. But when I got enlightenment, when I got to know the true nature of the existence, I realized that actually life is nothing but the service. And when I persevered, when I followed with the service, I got to know that the service itself is the joy. So, guys, here Rabindranath Tagore had said that to fulfill your service, to give your duty, is the highest joy, or it is the joy of the true nature. So, guys, this particular quote can be very much utilizable in our GS paper number 4, where the duty and the service has been given. So, guys, that's all about today's GS folder, and now let's take a look onto the today's newspaper analysis. Now guys, let's take the overview of the entire newspaper first. Guys, one important piece of information, if you don't know, you can visit our Telegram page, and onto the Telegram every day we provide the PDF of the issues that we have discussed, as well as we also provide the infographics of the things that we have taken. So guys, you can go to the Telegram and you can download all those things from there. Moreover, MCQs are also posted onto the Telegram channel. Now, guys, here we can see that the unrest with respect to the Hathras case is going on. Guys, not important to see the day-to-day developments here. Guys, here we can see that the Nobel Prize for the physics has been mentioned. So, in that particular respect, we'll see certain important developments. Then, guys, moving forward, friends. So, the regional news, you don't need to pay attention. Guys, here we can see the reference of the bio-decomposer has been given. So, with respect to our exam, we'll see this thing. Then, guys, moving forward, here we can see that the PIL has been initiated to monitor the cases against the legislators. So guys, in this particular respect, we will see that what is this entire issue and how we can utilize it in our exams. Then guys, moving forward, as then we reach to the editorial page. Now guys, this particular editorial talks about as how the Yogi government in Uttar Pradesh is stigmatizing the Hathras issue. Guys, not at all important for our exam. Guys, this particular article talks about the disintegration of the criminal justice system. So this entire issue we will be seeing. Then guys, this particular article talks about that how Trump has just emerged and is not basically giving due attention to the virus fight. However, at this particular time it is not prudent to go for such kind of things. However, guys, not really important for our exam, as just very basic kind of generic things have been discussed. Then guys, this article talks about the Nobel Prize for the medicine. Already into the yesterday's newspaper discussion, I had discussed this entire issue, so only that has been given, so already it has been covered. Then guys, even onto the Hindu newspaper, now much important news articles are not there. So today I had taken two of the articles from the Live Mint, which talks about the recent Google's issue with respect to the control of the App Store. So guys, into the GS paper number 3, these are very important. So two articles from the Live Mint I have clubbed here. So these two articles also will be taking up today. After that, guys, moving forward, then we can see that here, guys, it has been said that there is no standoff between executive and judiciary. It is just a general reply with respect to the non-appointment of the high court judges. However, guys, other things are not actually important, as they are politicized kind of news. Now guys, here we can see that the digital platform has been mentioned for the vaccine supply. So guys, here we can also give the reference of the blockchain technology for the movement, as well as to track the supply of the vaccine. After that, guys, moving forward, now the showcase page, not important for our exam. Then guys, we reach to the world page. Guys, again the same issue is going on, not actually important for our paper. Guys, here we can see that what are the fears for the Afghanistan. Then guys, the business page. Guys, nothing much important news has not been given. So guys, then finally the sports page, where the IPL news has been mentioned. So that's it, and now let's take the newspaper analysis in detail. Now guys, taking up the first news, so this particular news pertains to the Nobel Prize which has been given for the physics. Now guys, in this particular news we will be seeing a lot of things. Now these things could be highly usable for our prelims examination, as you had just seen the dynamic nature of the questions which are being asked. So guys, first of all, they here into the news article, as the Nobel Prize has been talked about. So what is this Nobel Prize? Now guys, Nobel Prize has been established into the memory of a Swedish chemist or a scientist whose name was Alfred Nobel. Now guys, there was a small incident that when just before 7 8 years before the death of the Alfred Nobel, he actually one day found that somebody had printed an obituary into the name of Alfred Nobel. However, guys, it was a mistaken thing. Actually, Nobel's brother died, but the news agencies thought that the Alfred Nobel had died, and that obituary, it carried a message that the person who made the death of the people easy, or the person who had invented such a thing by which so many people can be killed, has finally died. Now, guys, Alfred Nobel was notable for the invention of the dynamite. So, therefore, by hearing this particular kind of news, Alfred Nobel, he got too much demotivated, and he thought that this will be the way in which world might be remembering him. Then Alfred Nobel decided that the fortune which he had earned by his discoveries and more than 300 patents which were in his name, he decided that I will put that wealth to a noble cause. And he said that after my death, basically he said that the 5 prizes should be instituted, and to the people irrespective of their nationalities, they should be given who had given the most important contribution. So guys, with this particular thing, the 5 Nobel prizes were instituted, and the first time Nobel prizes were given in 1901. These 5 Nobel prizes were for physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, and peace. So originally there were the 5 Nobel prizes. However, guys, 1/6 Nobel Prize has also been added in 1968 by the Sveriges Riksbank. Sveriges Riksbank is the central bank of the Sweden. And guys, the 6th Nobel Prize is the Nobel Prize for the economic sciences. So today the 6 Nobel prizes are given. Guys, the 5 Nobel prizes which I had discussed here, these Nobel prizes are given from the money that was left by the Alfred Nobel. But this 6th Nobel prize, that is the economic prize, this is given by the money which is donated by the central bank of the Sweden. So guys, this is basically the Nobel Prize. Now guys, Nobel Foundation is responsible for giving the money for the 5 Nobel prizes which were originally instituted. Now guys, today we'll be talking about the Nobel Prize for Physics. So Nobel Prize for Physics had been given to 3 people, that is the Richard Genzel, Andrea Ghez, and the Roger Penrose. Now guys, as it has been given to the 3 people, one more interesting fact I tell you, that Nobel Prize can be shared maximum by the 3 people. More than 3 people cannot share a Nobel Prize. So these 3 people have been given a Nobel Prize, and that is for the black hole. They had researched onto the black hole. They had identified basically Albert Einstein's theory of relativity had proved that there could be the existence of black hole. They have worked on that and had finally concluded that actually the black holes exist. Now guys, talking up a little bit about the black hole. So what they are exactly. Now, first of all, black hole, these are such points, or these are such zones in our universe where the density is so huge, where density is so much massive that it basically traps everything nearby. Even the light cannot escape from it. Guys, basically black holes are such dense parts where the matter is basically packed so much densely that the gravity is so much there. So that is just the black hole. Now guys, the black holes how they are made, there is one theory that says that guys, the black holes are formed when the stars die. So guys, what is the life cycle of a star? So first of all, there is a giant nebula of dust. Fine. Now guys, that giant nebula of dust, it can turn into a yellow star or it can turn into a blue star. Blue star is very massive, yellow star is small. After that guys, it can turn into a red giant or into a red supergiant. Then guys, there could be supernova. What is supernova? Supernova is very violent kind of explosion when sun collapses under its own gravity. And guys, after the supernova, either there could be a neutron star or there could be a black hole. Now there is no difference between the neutron star and black hole. Only difference is that neutron star has very less mass, whereas black hole has very big mass. So guys, if it will be a less mass, it will turn into a neutron star. If more mass, it will turn into the black hole. However guys, many a times they basically towards the end of the stars their cycle, the star can also turn into a white dwarf or the black dwarf. Now guys, what are the white dwarf? White dwarf is simply a body whose light becomes very faint. So it is just like that, if sun's light, sun's energy, or basically sun's what you call the insolation becomes very dim, it might be a white dwarf. Then guys, what is black dwarf then? Black dwarf is actually a kind of a body whose light has turned so dim that it is now simply a kind of a black kind of a fused kind of a body. Now guys, till today our galaxy, our universe is so young that no star has reached to the stage of turning the black dwarf. This stage is way beyond very into a very later kind of stages. So guys, this is all these phenomena. See, a basic understanding on them is very important, because the questions which have been asked onto the prelims are such that if you have basic understanding, you will be able to answer the questions by eliminating the methods. So guys, that's all about the black holes. Now they have concluded by the mathematical models that black holes actually exist. So this is the contribution of these scientists. Now guys, within this particular news item, one more thing has been mentioned. What is that? Guys, these scientists are also working on one more thing, that is Sagittarius A. Now what is this Sagittarius A? Now guys, if you had ever seen the photo of our Milky Way galaxy, that is this one photo, you'll find that our Milky Way galaxy is spiraling around a center. Therefore, it is also called as a spiraling galaxy. Now guys, it has been said that in between the center of this particular galaxy, there is a massive black hole. That massive black hole, that central part, is called as Sagittarius A star. Fine. So Sagittarius A star is that body which is engulfing all the things, and because of that particular force, our galaxy spirals inwards. Is it clear? So guys, this spiraling kind of a pattern you can see is because of the Sagittarius A star. So they have also worked onto the Sagittarius A star. So guys, please keep it in your mind, because this could be asked into our examinations as from science and tech and from the space. Many questions have been already been asked. So guys, that's all about this particular article. I hope you have understood all these things, and much more other things also are very clear which we have discussed. So that's it. Now we'll move to the next article. Now guys, the next article that we are taking is with respect to the recent directive given by the Supreme Court to eradicate the criminalization of the politics. Fine. Now, when I say about the criminalization of politics, it means the entry of the criminals into the politics. And this particular fact has been very evidently put if I give you the data from the ADR. Now the ADR stands for the Association for the Democratic Reforms, and guys, ADR is a very kind of authoritative agency which brings out the data as how much worse is the condition into the Indian politics. And according to them, 43% of the MPs into the present Lok Sabha, they are facing the criminal charges. And guys, though 43% are facing criminal charges, but 29% are facing very serious criminal charges. For example, the charges for rape, dacoity, kidnapping, murder, etc. Now guys, just you think that if these kind of people are sitting in our parliament, can you expect that the laws will be made for the protection of the citizens? Clearly guys, the ethics comes from your personal conduct, and such kind of personal conduct will not be giving the way for the good governance or the ethical governance. So guys, what happened? Supreme Court just directed few days back that all the Chief Justice of High Court, they need to make sure that within their High Court or within their jurisdiction, all the cases which are pending against the legislators, they should be put onto a fast track mode. And guys, in this particular direction, this news article says that the Delhi High Court has initiated this particular progress. It has asked the Delhi government, has asked the center government that what are the basically developments onto these particular matter, and these things will be put onto a streamline mode, which is a very good, very positive development to get rid of the criminalized politics. Now guys, giving you some more data which you can directly utilize into your answer. Guys, today if I tell you, nearly 2500 or even more than 2500 criminal cases are pending against the sitting legislators. Guys, 175 cases for the Prevention of Corruption Act are there against the sitting as well as some former legislators, and 14 cases against the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002 are also pending. So guys, these are basically the stats with respect to our legislators, and therefore such particular thing is very good. You can directly utilize it into your answers onto the GS paper number 2. So guys, that's it, and now we'll move to the next article. Now guys, this particular article is a case study, or it can act as a reference into our GS paper number 3. If you have a memory, I have told you about this particular thing earlier also. Guys, I told you that as winters are approaching, there will be the problem of the winter pollution into the North Delhi, specifically into into the entire North India, specifically into the Delhi. This pollution problem begins because of the stubble burning that is carried into the neighboring states such as the Haryana, Punjab and the western UP. Moreover, the festivals of Diwali also coincide into this particular period, and it aggravates the problem to a very bigger extent. Now guys, the stubble burning, in order to evade that particular thing, the Pusa Institute has developed a bio-decomposer. Now this bio-decomposer, it is a liquid solution which you can spray onto the stubble which has been left after that paddy has been harvested, and it has been said that within 15 to 20 to 25 days the stubble will melt and it will automatically be converted into the manure, which is very good for the soil. So guys, in this particular way we can provide an alternative solution to the stubble burning and the problem of the pollution into the Delhi, due to which the Supreme Court had called Delhi as the gas chamber. So guys, it could be an alternative solution into this particular line. You can provide it. So guys, just as a reference, we'll utilize it, and now we'll move to the next article. Now guys, this particular article talks about the problems or the shambles in which our criminal justice system is lying. In GS paper number 2, the justice has been talked about, so there we will be utilizing it. Moreover guys, in GS paper number 4 also there could be some utility of this particular article. Now guys, what has been said? It has been said that when we define the crime, okay, what is crime actually? Crime is defined on certain parameters. First of all, whether the act is causing harm or not. If it is causing harm, it is a crime. Secondly, whether it is serious in nature or not. If it is serious in nature, it is crime. And the most important parameter of crime is that if it is provided as a crime by your law. And guys, it has been said at this particular point, all the logic, all the rationality, it instantly dies. It has been said that you are putting so much of the rational indicators, and the moment you say that whatever law will define it will be crime, basically here the problem begins. Now guys, into the India, we had what is happening. It has been said that the state, it makes the law, it defines the law, and by that law it defines the crime, and at the same time the state only is having the control over all the enforcement agencies. So guys, it says that it creates a problem that state is making a law, state is enforcing a law. So guys, many a times state will enforce and will make law in such a way that it suits to its own purpose. Is it clear? Now guys, just this particular example we had seen into the last article, where I had told you that so many legislators are there who have criminal charges, but guys, even till today Parliament by its own initiative have never brought a law that the cases against the sitting legislators need to be completed into a time bound manner. Never such thing has been came. Moreover guys, I also tell you that though bill was raised into the Parliament that the 33% seats should be reserved for the women, but that bill never saw the day of the light, because legislators, they always have a kind of a motive. So guys, it has been said that deliberately the criminal justice system of India is suffering because of the vested interest which are there. Now guys, see, it has been said that when we talk about a crime, why people fear for the crime, why people are fearful in committing a crime? Because there is an element of punishment because of which people are most fearful. Now guys, it has been said that here comes the criminal justice system. What is criminal justice system? Criminal justice system includes all the machineries or all the mechanisms. For example, a person committed a crime, then guys, the policing which will carry the investigation, that is the part of the criminal justice system. Then the particular person will be arrested, that prison is the part of the criminal justice system. He will be then presented into the court, that court is the part of the criminal justice system. Then the punishment, all this thing is the criminal justice system. Now guys, it has been said that our criminal justice system is very much corrupted. Here certain examples have been given. The first example is of the gangster Vikas Dubey, who was just recently killed into the encounter. It has been said guys that Vikas Dubey, because it was feared that he might be having some knowledge about the political connections and the criminals, what was done? He was punished without trial. Is it clear? Police captured it and he was killed. So punishment without trial, such kind of thing happened. Then guys, one more case has been given. What has happened? Now the Uttar Pradesh government has said that they will be installing the hoardings of the people and their photos will be pasted on them, that the people who were involved into the violence which was committed into the aftermath of the Citizenship Amendment Act. Now a question comes that guys, how you can put a picture when the person has not seen a fair trial? So what is this example? This example is of the condemning without trial. Earlier was the punishing without trial. This is the condemning without trial. Moreover guys, it has been said that what happens also when we are talking about criminal justice system, police is not only doing these things, rather it is selectively taking up the cases where it has to file an FIR, where it has not to file an FIR. What is the problem? The recent Hathras example. So into the Hathras example, when the family of the girl approached the police, they didn't file an FIR. They said that the rape has not been committed. But guys, 19 FIRs have been filed, as how the victim's family or how the family of the girl, they had contained the, basically they had brought the humiliation to the state. So 19 FIRs have been filed on that particular thing. So this again shows that one more element of policing is having so much of the problems. Now guys, it has been said that even the element of judiciary is also not perfect. How the element of judiciary is not perfect? Guys, into the UP, the example has been given that the police pendency rate is 15%. It means that the criminal cases which went to the police solved 85% of cases, 15% cases are pending. Now as police have done their work, the case will go to the judiciary, so that judiciary can give the adequate punishment and all that kind of thing. Now guys, in judiciary, the pendency rate is more than 90%, and here I am talking only about the cases where the IPC, Indian Penal Code charges have been there. So guys, what is happening? The police is giving so much of the cases to the judiciary, and judiciary is not able to solve that cases. In course of time, every day, the span of getting justice is getting increased. If yesterday there were, if I give you the data, guys, today more than 3.5 crore cases are pending only into the lower judiciary, and this particular stockpile will increase by every day. So therefore, in course of time, justice or the courts will become irrelevant and a common man will never approach the court. Such kind of thing has been said. Moreover guys, it has been said that even there is a problem of the under trials. What under trial problem is that? Guys, it has been said that in India, punishment doesn't begin when it has been finally proved that you have committed a crime. Rather, punishment begins the moment you have been arrested. Because the moment you have been arrested, if you are not having money, you can't afford a bail. And the justice delivery system is so late that often people spend so much time onto the jail. And that time exceeded even the time if they would have spended, if they would have been given the original punishment. Right now guys, if I tell you, into the Indian jail, 66% of jail inmates are the under trials. It means that their crime has not actually been proved. So guys, that is also one problem into our criminal justice system. After that guys, what has happened? Guys, into the lower judiciary particularly, it has been said that judges often use incarceration as a bargaining tool. What is incarceration? Putting someone into the jail. So guys, what judges do? Judges just bargain from the criminals that okay, if you confess your crime, you might get, originally the jail sentence is 5 years, you might get 3 years or 2 years. And in this particular thing, judges completely ignore that what was the findings or what are the charges which have been filed, all these kind of things. And even per people, because they know that our judiciary system or our criminal justice system is so slow, so tardy, they settle even if they have not committed the crime. So guys, these are the problems of the criminal justice system in India. All these angles have been covered. However guys, into the article, solution or the way forward has not been provided, only the problems have been provided. The way forward you can provide is that we need to bring the reforms on all the pillars. Guys, Malimath committee onto the criminal justice reforms was there, you can refer to that particular committee. For the police reforms, you can refer to the Prakash Singh directives given by the the 7 directives given by the Supreme Court into the Prakash Singh case. Moreover guys, with respect to the judiciary, much more things are needed to be done. For example, the idea of the All India Judicial Service provided in article number 312 can be explored so that judiciary becomes more efficient. Then guys, the vacancies into the High Court need to be filled. Right now more than 20% vacancies are there into the High Court. Then guys, more such kind of digitization needs to be brought into the judiciary, more new courts are needed to be installed, all these kind of things are needed to be done. So guys, that's all about this particular article, and now we'll move to the next article. Now guys, this particular article I had taken from the Mint newspaper, which is published by the Hindustan Group. Now guys, Mint is a very good newspaper, very good articles come here. Often the Hindu newspaper misses some of the emerging news, so it is covered here. Now guys, I will here be clubbing 2 of the editorials which both are talking about the recent Google controversy. Fine. Now first of all, what has happened, I tell you something, a background, and then we'll look at the substance into this article. Now guys, what has happened, just few days back, the Google has announced that all the apps which are there onto their Google Play Store, on them they will be charging a 30% toll charges. Now what is this? So guys, you might be knowing that in the world there are 2 major app stores. One is operated by the Apple, that is Apple App Store, and other is operated by the Google, that is Google App Store. Now guys, when there are only 2 firms which are controlling entire segment of a business, we call that particular situation as a duopoly. Is it clear that only 2 are there? Monopoly means only one is there which is controlling everything. This is the example of the duopoly. Fine guys, now when we talk about the Apple App Store, you have seen that there are the apps listed over there. Fine guys, some app are free, some app are paid. So what are the free apps? No problem, you can download it. But what are the paid app? What you need to do? You need to make a payment directly to the Apple. I'm talking about the Apple App Store. So for example, you are buying an app of 1000 rupees, you need to pay 1000 rupees to Apple. Apple will deduct 30% of that money and will give other remaining money to the person who had developed that app. This is the way in which Apple system works. Guys, Apple's iOS platform as well as Apple's App Store, it is a very secured kind of environment. Everybody or simply you and me can't place our apps. Our apps need to pass certain quality checks which have been imposed, and because of that particular thing, App Store of Apple is relatively free of malware, viruses and all these kind of things. It is a very clean kind of platform. It is very strictly being regulated since 2007 when it was launched. Now guys, other example is Google's Play Store. On Google's Play Store, this particular portal was relatively very free. Anybody can upload their app, and if you want to buy an app from the Google Play Store, it is not that your money will go directly to the Google. You can make payment via some alternative channels also. So Google was very much lenient into that particular thing. And guys, because of that particular thing, only if I tell you, into India, 99% of the smartphone users, they are using the Google Play Store. Is it clear? Because so much of the regularization, guys, and even so much of the apps, so much possibilities are there. Now guys, what Google has decided now it has decided that the payment option will be regulated by Google. Any payment that has to be made via the Google App Store, that particular thing they will be controlling. 30% of the fees they will be keeping as the Apple does. Now most of the businesses, most of the people, they have their apps only onto the Google Store, because there it is relatively very cheap to place your apps. And now guys, the Indian businesses, they are complaining that now Google is just taking the advantage of their such huge position into the market. And because of that particular thing, even the government became very much aggressive. Guys, finally what happened, the Google had said that okay, they will postpone this particular thing by 2022 up to 2022, but anyhow that particular element will be coming. Now guys, because of this particular thing, two angles have been developed. Angle number one, it has been said that actually what Google is doing, it is good. Why it is good? Because so much of malware and virus has been there into the system. And guys, you don't know that when you are paying money onto the Google Play Store, it is being going to some legitimate developer, or it is some time of a sham, or it is some time of a bogus kind of thing. So Google has made a kind of a system, that is the Google Protect. And by Google Protect, Google makes sure that your payment is not going for any fraudulent purpose or such kind of things is not being going, and it keeps the system clean. Therefore it needs money, and therefore it is asking money, so it is good into the longer term. Only your mobile phones, all your data will be safeguarded into the times to come, so it is good. And guys, it has to be done also, because Google is not a charity organization. What is this viewpoint? Other viewpoint which comes, it is against this thing. It says that no, Google is just doing in order to assert its stake now into the market. And because of that particular thing, certain solutions have been provided. What are the solutions? Number one, it has been said guys that what happened just 2-3 days back, Paytm launched a kind of a mini app store onto their app. They said that all the Indian app developers or vendors, they can come onto the Paytm, and from there they can offer their services. This could be a solution. But guys, this Paytm's own mini app store will have very much limited user base, because only the people who are there onto the Paytm, they can access it. Whereas guys, Google's presence is so big, every Android mobile is coming pre-fitted with the Google Play Store. Moreover, it is very much convenient. Second solution is that government app store. Now guys, I feel funny that this point that government run app store also needs to be there. But guys, again there will be a problem that how government will give competition to the innovativeness that the Google is bringing, that to basically how government will give competition in terms of reliability, comfort, ease, whether government will match the standards of the Google or not. That is also a problem. Moreover guys, the users care more about the convenience, and as I told you, Google enjoys the position that their apps come pre-fitted, so that particular thing will not be enjoyed by the Google government app store. So this could be a solution, but there's a problem also. And the last is the antitrust rules. What are the antitrust rules? Now guys, the antitrust rules are the set of rules or the set of laws which are imposed when a company doesn't engages into the fair competition. So guys, the last option is that Google should be penalized by using the antitrust laws. We can say that you are using your dominant position into the market and are trying to take the advantage. So guys, these are certain takeaways from this particular thing. However, in GS paper number 3, as the cyber securities, emerging technologies have been mentioned, please do keep it into your mind. Very much direct question can be asked onto this particular thing. So guys, that's all about this particular article. Now we'll move to the next article. Now guys, this particular article talks about the digital platform to track the vaccine supply. Is it clear? Now, as we know that the pandemic had started, and guys, see, there are some candidate vaccines which are there into the pipeline, and they can turn as the prospective vaccines for the COVID-19. For example, there is a Sputnik 5 of the Russia, with which the CDSCO is doing some collaboration. After that, there is the Serum Institute, which will be bringing the vaccine being developed by the Oxford trials. So guys, Oxford is doing the research. AstraZeneca holds the global patent, and in India, Serum Institute will be making that drug. After that, guys, there is the vaccine which was basically there are other contenders also into the world stage, global stage, which are into the advanced stages. Moreover guys, the Bharat Bio is also developing the drugs. So it has been said that the drug or the vaccine will come into the first quarter of the 2021, and then we need to have a proper mechanism by which that medicine or vaccine can be made available to every person. So guys, it has been said that government is making a digital platform which will monitor the procurement, the movement, the storage and distribution of the vaccine so that the priority groups can get it first. First of all, who are the priority groups? Priority groups are the people who have some chronic disease such as a diabetes or cardiovascular problem. These are, then the second are the old people. Then guys, the third are the pregnant women. Then guys, the fourth one are those which had not happened to infect the COVID-19 any type point into their life. And guys, the person which have been impacted and recovered, these are the last among the priority groups, because anyhow they have developed the antibodies into their body. So guys, we not only need the platform to monitor, but rather we also need a database of the people who will fall into the priority group. That is some additional suggestion which you can give. Now guys, only this thing has been provided into the article, but one value addition I would like to make. Now guys, as we are talking about making a platform, guys, you can give a suggestion that government can utilize or can explore the blockchain technology. Now what is the blockchain technology? Guys, blockchain came with the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin came, to record the Bitcoin, there was a decentralized database, a decentralized digital ledger that was made. That was the blockchain. Into the blockchain, into the real time, you can make the changes, and there is no one central agency which is holding the blockchain. Now guys, blockchain's utilization is there into so many of the fields. And guys, it is even also being utilized to track the movement of the contracts and all such kind of thing. So guys, it has been said that onto the blockchain portal we can record all the distribution of these pharmaceuticals. From where I got this particular point, guys, Niti Aayog released a report that is Blockchain India Strategy, and into this Blockchain India Strategy report of Niti Aayog, it had itself said that for the movement of the drugs, the blockchain technology can be used. So guys, just if a question comes there, you can give the name of the blockchain. Now guys, already for the movement of the pharmaceutical drugs, the Dawa portal has been made by the National Informatics Center, NIC. But this Dawa portal is having the limitations. What limitations, guys, onto this Dawa portal? Only you can check that the batch number of a medicine, when you get medicine, there is a batch number. You can check whether this batch number is genuine or not. You cannot track that the moment a vaccine was manufactured, how it traveled to the different mechanism, at what temperature it was stored, and all such kind of things. Step to step is not possible onto the Dawa portal, but it might be possible onto the blockchain. So guys, the blockchain can be utilized when we are talking about making a digital transform to track the vaccine supply. So guys, that's all about this particular article, and now we'll move to the next article. Now guys, this particular article, it is however nothing substantial has been talked into this article, just an apprehension has been said here. Now guys, many a times we had discussed that the Afghan peace process is going on, where the inter-Afghan talks are going on. Into the inter-Afghan talk, the USA had said that we are pulling out of Afghanistan, and the Taliban and the Afghan government, they need to negotiate the peace deal. So all that thing has been done from very scratch. We have discussed it many times. Now guys, people are having an apprehension that this particular deal will bring Taliban onto the center stage. Earlier what has happened, Taliban had wielded so much of authority and they have been very tyrannical. Again, the Taliban will be coming onto the center stage. So only this particular thing has been said here, and some personalistic accounts have been shared by the people. So guys, that's all about this particular article. So this is all about the today's newspaper discussion, and now we'll move to the question section. Now guys, please pause the video and try to answer the question. Question number 1 is with respect to the hepatitis C, as this was in news because of the Nobel Prize. Please read the statement and identify the right code. After that guys, now the question number 2 is with respect to the trans fat. Please read the statement and identify the correct code. Question number 3 is with respect to the smart system. Please read the statement and identify the correct code. Now guys, question number 4 is with respect to the GST Council. Please read the statement and identify the correct options. So guys, that's all for today's newspaper discussion. I hope you're liking it. Thank you so much.